Hi. So I had this computer and it was a great computer. I loved it. Only at some point it stopped running properly. So I took it to a computer specialist and they said, "Hey, lady, you need to defrag your computer." I said, "What's defracking?" They said, "Defracking is removing old files." So we did it, and you know what happened? The computer worked great after that. It was like it was a brand new computer. So when that happened, I said, what if I could defrag myself? What if I could optimize myself by removing things that I don't want and replacing them with something else? Let me ask you a question. Do you have any old habits you like to remove? What if you went to recall a bad memory and your mind said, file not found, or your mind just went blank when you went to pull up that experience? Well, there are two methods that I figured out, not by myself. I wasn't the creator of them, but I discovered two methods. One was to reduce unwanted behaviors, and that was using NLP exercises. And the other one was affirmations, and those were to replace and change internal dialogue. So I'll explain those to you a little bit. So, what is NLP? The N in NLP stands for neuro, which is brain. The L is linguistic, which is language, and the P stands for program, which is the act of scheduling something. Right? It's a lot. Well, what does it do? So it develops new neural brain networks, stimuli response, and behavioral trends. So these methods were kind of created or developed in the 70s, and they were created to help change behavior. They were so effective that it essentially morphed into a sales and marketing business. So that means it was pretty effective. So I recently attended a Tony Robbins training program, and he performed an NLP exercise. So I will say that when I also did the exercise as well, I experienced an instant underlying change in my response to stressful people. Wow, right? So it's kind of like driving by a job you really hate, and then just to find that now it's a Baskin Robbins, so it's a really great place now. So I no longer take things personally, and it allows me to become more of an observer to stressful situations versus a participant. So it's really awesome. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about was the affirmation. So what's an affirmation? So an affirmation is a formal declaration by a person, or it also means to state something as a fact. So your brain only confirms truth. Repeating adds truth. And it also develops change in the internal dialogue and beliefs. So I downloaded this app and it records affirmations. And so I found it extremely effective because essentially I was creating my own programs. So it was really great. It's kind of like having a cheerleader in your head. So anytime, I wasn't feeling that great, I'd turn one on and be like, "You are living your best life." And I'd be like, "I am living my best life," right? So there's this website, it was called Mind Tools, and it suggests that affirmations create a stronger self worth and a better well being. So, in conclusion, there are several NLP techniques that you can use to reduce old stored information or beliefs, and affirmations can be used to replace them by creating a new brain message and potentially a new chapter in your life. So, my name is Adrian. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this speech, and have a great evening.